welcome to the third episode of Footcast Social. In today's episode, we're going to talk about the lesser focused part, which is the throw-in in football. And to talk about more about it, we have with us Indian former player Vrinda Puri with us in the studios, joining us and teaching us and telling us what exactly the arts, science and management of throw-ins is all about. Over to you, Vrinda.
So a throw-in essentially is when a player of the opposing team kicks the whole of the ball outside the touch line. An important aspect to remember of a throw-in is that there is no offside awarded in such a play. Originally, this was a simple throw where a player used to place both his hands over his head and his feet planted on the ground.
Right.
However, with science and technology, the same throw has become far more sharper, flatter and longer, benefiting the game far more. Now, I'm going to show you what it looks like.
Wow. So to talk more about the art, science and management of throw-in, we've got somebody who's really special. Someone who was given a call by Jurgen Klopp. Someone who's really works day in and day out with Mo Salah and Sadio Mane. We have with us live from Denmark, Thomas Gronnemark. Thank you, Thomas, for joining us from Denmark. Just take us through your journey of your life, how you've managed to come from Denmark to Germany and now as the throw-in coach for Liverpool.
Yeah, you can say I've been playing football myself for like 14, 15 years. And I was actually pretty good. I reached the highest U19 league here in Denmark where I'm living and also played against good players like, for example, Thomas Graversen, who later played for Celtic and Real Madrid. So I was really good. But I wasn't good enough to be a professional football player. But I had a really long throw-in and I also was really fast. Never lost a running duel in football before. So in the mid-90s, I went to athletics. And already the first year, I was running 100, 200, 400 meters in relays. And already the first year, I came on the Danish national team. So that was, of course, really good. I was really satisfied with that. And I had 6 wonderful years in athletics in Denmark. I was several-time Danish champion also. In year 2000, I was European champion in the 4x4 meter relay together with my team from Aarhus 1900. So all in all, it was 6 fantastic years in athletics. And then in 2002, I changed sport to bobsleighing. I came on the Danish national bobsleigh team. And for all of you who don't know what bobsleigh is, it's a winter sport where you're going down in a track 130, 150 kilometers per hour and top speed. So we traveled all around the world. So that was really cool. And it was actually in the middle of that bobsleigh period in 2004 where I thought, hey, if I can, I'm really happy for that.
Now, Thomas, for the fans in India, why don't you just show the personally autographed Jurgen Klopp t-shirt that you're wearing right now?
Yeah, you can see this is the shirt we had like the first 2 seasons where we were winning both the Premier League, the Champions League. You can see it's New Balance, our former sponsor. And if I'm just going up a little bit, you can see here the Jurgen Klopp autograph here. And I thought, hey, he's a fantastic man to work together with and a fantastic manager. Why not have a little autograph on the shirt from him? So of course, he wants to do that. And that was fantastic. And all in all, it's fantastic to work at Liverpool FC. You know, I'm having an open road. It's not like they're saying, oh, do this and do this. No, they trust my knowledge. And I think that's one of the most important things in life, that we let people use their skills and knowledge, that we're open-minded. So instead of stopping each other and setting boundaries, we want to open things so people from different areas can learn from each other. So again, I'm just happy to work for Liverpool FC and of course also all of my other professional clubs around the world.
Thomas, you had few takers, including Jurgen Klopp as your supporter. But what about the critics? How did they feel? And how did you feel in return when they were writing negative about you?
Yeah, I'll say first of all, of course, there were some critics, for example, Andy Gray, Richard Keys from Bein Sport. Later, like 1.5 years after, there was also Steve Nicol from ESPN. But, you know, they were like, of course, they're really critical. But first of all, it was very few pundits and experts who were critical. And when they were, it was actually a really good advertising for me, because all the fans, who knew a thing about football, they knew they were wrong. So calling them dinosaurs and so. No, actually, I think that even though, of course, there's been skepticism, what is a throwing coach and so, I think I've been, getting a lot of support, not only from fans, from coaches and players and so on, but also from media. I've been interviewed by New York Times, been interviewed by Forbes magazine, Wall Street Journal, Sky Sports, BBC, every media. And I'll say that 99% of all people have been supportive. Of course, they have questions just like you. What is a throwing coach? What do you do? Because a lot of people think it's just about making the players throw long or precise, but that's only a small part of my job, you can say that. But I'll say in general, I'm working with a thing called the good, the bad, and the ugly criticism. And first of all, the good criticism, we want to have that. And what is good criticism? It's where people are saying, hey, could you do this better? Or I have a suggestion or an idea. Could we do it this way? And for me, that's good criticism, because one of the most important things in life is good criticism, because we are getting better by good criticism. The second thing is what I call bad criticism. Sometimes people are saying to me, oh, throwing coaching, that's only a small thing. It's not important. And it's okay for me, because often when people are saying that, it's because of lack of knowledge. So often when I hear that, I tell people, did you know that there are actually between 40 and 60 throw-ins in a match? You're using approximately 15 to 20 minutes of a match for throw-ins in the following situation. And then suddenly people get new knowledge, and then they say, hey, I didn't know that. Have you thought about this then? Or so because it looks bad, it doesn't mean that it's negative, because that's the reaction many of us will have when you hear new things. You're asking questions. So that bad criticism can actually be good. And then there's the last part, what I call ugly criticism. And it's when people are criticizing you to be famous or to make fun of you. And I say that's the category that like Andy Gray and Richard Keys went into in beIN Sports, like making fun of me just to get more viewers and so. But it backlashed on them. And if you're getting ugly criticism, no matter who you are, just try to brush it off your shoulders and say, hey, they're not interested in getting in dialogue with you. And if it's hard to deal with yourself, then get support from your friends, from your family, other people who understand your situation. So again, I think criticism is one of the best things we can have in life, because it makes us more smart, it makes us better, it makes us innovative, develop things. But if it's ugly, if they're going after you as a person, then try the best to brush it off. But it's been no big problem for me.
Now, Thomas, take the fans through the moment when you were actually introduced on the football pitch with your players.
Yeah, it's really good, because the first day I was in Liverpool FC with the training on the pitch, I had like 1 minute, and I said, there are normally 40 to 60 throw-ins in a match, so it's really many situations. And I also said that I'm not going to make you into Stoke number 2. With that, I meant we're not going to take a lot of long throw-ins towards the opponent's goal, because that's not Liverpool's playing style. That can be good for other teams, but not Liverpool's playing style. And then just after me, I also said that most teams are losing the ball in more than 50% of the occasions when they have a throw-in under pressure where the players are marked. So here's really a big potential of improvement. And just after me, Jurgen Klopp said to the players, we have taken Thomas Gronnemark as a throwing coach. I know it's a special thing, but we really have challenges with the throw-ins in Liverpool FC. And I'm 100% sure that he can help us improve them. And it also showed on the data, like in the 17-18 season before I came, Liverpool won number 18 out of 20 in the Premier League with a possession of 45.4% on throw-ins under pressure where the players are marked. But in my first season, we improved to 68.4% on throw-ins under pressure and went from number 18 in the Premier League to number 1. And so it really helped Liverpool.
Also, under you, which player improved the most in the Liverpool squad?
I'll say that, of course, it's hard to say, but both Andy Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold, the fullbacks, have really improved their throw-ins a lot, not only with the length, but also with seeing when to throw fast, having the best timing, seeing the best space being created. But it's also really important for me to say that if you want to be good on the throw-ins at a team, it's a team thing. So when we're having a throw-in, for example, in the middle of the pitch, it's both the central defenders, the midfielders, the strikers who are included. So if you want to be good at throw-ins, you have to include the whole team. So, of course, I want to salute Liverpool FC, not only because they improved their throw-ins a lot, but also because we got really good results the years I've been there. So I'm just happy to work there.
What difference did you spot between two personalities while they were training in the Liverpool squad, Mo Salah and Sadio Mane?
Oh, I'll say I won't go so much into their personality because I think that's personal too. But I'll just say, all in all, there's a great atmosphere in Liverpool FC. You're allowed to have fun. You're allowed to be kind. You're allowed to have a good time. Of course, the training is 100% serious, but it's one of the places in my life where we've laughed the most, So I really appreciate that. How have they taken on with my training? I think that if you're as a professional player, when they heard in July 2018 I was coming, some people might think, are they serious around throwing coaching? First of all, you must imagine that they were number 4 in the Premier League, so only a small step from the very top. They also lost the Champions League final, so even smaller step to the top there. When you hear that they have a big potential in the throw-ins, and that can make a big change for you, then of course you're serious. So even though most football players haven't really made throwing coaching, at least not much, if you want to go to the top, you're taking everything serious. So I've only made positive, emotions and feeling around my throwing coaching. So, and I'll also say that even though there are technical things, if you're training the long throwing, I'll say that most of my throwing coaching with the fast and clever throwing, looks a lot like normal football coaching. So we also have passes, we also have tackling movements. You should score in either small goals or big goals, depending on the exercise, the drill. So it looks a lot like normal football coaching. So the players are also enjoying themselves. So back to your question, all in all, I've only made positive things from the players, positive vibes and emotions, not only Liverpool, but also in all my other clubs around the world.
We've spoken about Liverpool. Now let's move on to Manchester United, two of the biggest clubs. Ralf Rangnick has just taken over as the manager of the team. Now, you've had a brief session with Leipzig where Rangnick was the boss. What does he bring on to the table?
I'll first of all say I've only worked with Ralf Rangnick in the 18-19 season. He actually called me approximately the same time, the same week as Jurgen Klopp did. So I think, of course, Ralf Rangnick is a fantastic coach, fantastic manager, and like many people know, he brings in positive football with a lot of energy, with a lot of pressing. You can say many things around his teams, but you can say it's also entertaining because, there is speed, there is energy. It's not a team who's standing like low and saying, okay, we'll wait for the opponents. No, we want to get the ball fast. And when we get it, we want to attack. So I can just say that Ralf Rangnick, first of all the times I talk with him, a very kind, a positive human being, but also delivering entertaining football. So, of course, it'll be really exciting to see what he'll bring on the table with Man United, because you can say that Man United had practice at least in long periods the last years, like a defensive playing style, and then when they get it, it's more like counter-attack. But I think Ralf Rangnick will bring a lot of other things to the Man United playing style, and he's also really innovative. And one of the signs is that if you are picking up a throwing coach like me, you're thinking in a new way. So I'm looking forward to see what Ralf Rangnick will bring to United and the Premier League.
Now, this is a fan question. Were you a little disappointed when Mo Salah did not get the Ballon d'Or?
No, I know what you say. I was not disappointed because first of all, I have many clubs, so I don't want to like say that player is deserves more than the other player. So I think it's journalists who decide who has to win, and so I won't say anything about one player who should have been getting it or one who didn't deserve it or something like that. But I'll just say that Liverpool, we all also this season have a really good season, scoring really many goals, and everybody can see that our strikers, especially Mo Salah, is in like top shape, scoring so many goals, making so many assists, like the other strikers also with Sadio Mane, Diogo, and Bobby Firmino in top shape. So, it's out of my hands who wins or doesn't win. So I'll just say that I'm just happy with the work they're putting in and the current form of them. So yeah.
Hello, Siddharth.
Hi Thomas, Mihir here. Just wanted to ask you, you coach some of the best players in the world. How is it when they train? How is the experience working with these guys?
Yeah, it's fantastic to be a part of the training, and some people think I'm only like analyzing, not in the club. Then I'm saying no, I'm at the club, and then when I'm saying I'm also coaching the players on the pitch, they say, "What? Are you kidding me?" No, I'm coaching them. And then when I'm saying sometimes if we miss a player, if we have to have 9 players for an exercise, we only have 8. Then I'm sometimes in the exercise myself together with the players, then they say, wow. So, but it's true. I'm sometimes quite often also training in the drill myself together with the players. And it's crazy to train together with Mo Salah, Virgil van Dijk, Sadio Mane, Hendo, all the big names. So sometimes I'm like pinching my arm. Is it real? Is it only a dream? But my arm is now totally red because I'm pinching myself all the time. But it's real. It's a fairy tale come true. So I'm just happy that this had happened. If I said that to myself as a kid when I was just got my first passion for the throwing, if I said that to myself when I started as a throwing coach, even though I dreamed about it, but all this coming through, it's so fantastic. So yeah.
Hi Thomas, this is Shiv Prasad here. I'm a really big Liverpool fan and a big fan of yours too since you joined the club in the early part of the 18-19 season. And I also follow you on Twitter, and I must say you're a really funny guy. I just wanted to ask you, you joined the club in the 18-19 season and we went on to win the Champions League in Madrid. So how was the experience? I mean, you joined the club and in your first season itself, you won the biggest prize in club football. How was the experience? Can you please speak about it?
Yes, it was just fantastic to win the Champions League with a team, It's been one of my biggest dreams as a throwing coach to win titles with teams. So winning the Champions League was fantastic. But also, not only because of the team and the players, the clubs, but also for all the fans all around the world. I'm meeting so many people on the street, not only here in Denmark, but also when I'm going to other countries where fans are coming to thank me for, helping the team. So, and people are sometimes crying, and so there are millions of Liverpool FC fans all around the world. So to be able to make a difference for them too, it's been really a great experience for me. So I'm really honored to be a part of the team.
Well, you've heard from the man who's revolutionized the world of throw-ins in the football world. Keep watching NewsX for more content, bigger stars, bigger players in this weekly edition of Footcast Social. This is me, Sunil Yashkalra, signing off for Footcast Social.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.